Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I would like to talk about South Africa, which is one of the famous landscapes for its incredible diversity, stunning landscape, rich culture, and many more things about this country. It is also one of the great cultural meeting point of the African continent. South Africa is not an easy country to understand at first. After nearly 2 decades of non-racial democracy, the country is still searching for its identity and trying to heal the wounds from its troubled past. As you all know from my previous video, South Africa is the 25th largest country in the world, and it is bordered by Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Swaziland, and Lesotho. The country has an extensive coastline which is bordered in the westline by the Atlantic Ocean and to the south and the southeast by the Indian Ocean. South Africa covers an area of approximately about 1.21 million square kilometers, making it roughly twice the size of France or 3 times the size of Germany. The country is made up of 9 provinces, if you remember. All these provinces have different customs, different cultures, and there's so many different things in such a big country. Okay? And if you can remember the history of South Africa, it was colonized by Britain. The ethnicity of South Africa, Nelson Mandela referred to South Africa as the Rainbow Nation because of its racial diversity. The population of South Africa is one of the most complex and diverse in the world. The vast majority of South Africans classify themselves as Black Africans. There's not only Black Africans, but there are all people who come from different countries. Like there are people who live there and they immigrated from Asia and countries which were less developed than South Africa. There are also whites in South Africa, colored people, Indian South Africans, and many more. The economy of South Africa has the second largest economy in Africa. Nigeria has the largest, and it is the 41st largest in the world. South Africa is considered to be a fairly industrialized nation, and on the basis of GDP per capita, South Africa is classified as an upper middle economy by the World Bank. And there are different types of food which exist in the country. There are so many beautiful places, so many different cities to visit in South Africa, and many more. So if you can remember any of the cities such as Cape Town, Durban, Pretoria, Soweto, Port Elizabeth, Johannesburg, and many other cities which are amazing and which are full of tourist people, and this tourism also helps the economy to grow. Okay, this is it about South Africa. Now we can move to the next part where I would like to ask you some questions, and you will have to answer those. You will be given some time to answer them. Okay, and I hope you're ready so we can start. Okay, so this is it. I can also tell you about the culture of South Africa if you don't remember. So in South Africa there are many different people and there are 11 official languages and there are many more unofficial languages. This colorful mix of culture gives South Africa its nickname of Rainbow Nation. South Africans are passionate about music, often using song and dance to express social and political ideas. They are also worldwide for their skill in sports including rugby, cricket, golf, and soccer. In 2010, South Africa became the first African nation to host the World Cup. Okay, I think that's it for information wise. We can move on to the test part now. Let's start with the test now. Let's do some questions. Okay, so here we have about how many questions? About 10 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 questions. Okay, so if you're ready, please grab a notepad and a pen so that you can start writing the answers. Okay, your first question is, what is the official name of South Africa? Please write it down if you know. I give you 2 seconds to do that. Please do it quickly. What is the official name of South Africa again? Okay, now let's move on to the second one. Where is South Africa located? I give you 1 minute to do that. Okay. Next one, number 3. How many capitals are there in South Africa? And also, if you can name those capitals, that one capital or more than one capitals. If you know what I'm talking about, then please write it down. I give you a minute again to do that. So we have to write the 3 capitals of South Africa. If you can remember, I just told you the names of some of the cities of South Africa: Cape Town, Durban, Pretoria, Johannesburg, Port Elizabeth, and there are some other. I think that is enough time, I hope. Your next question is, which is the largest city in South Africa? So if you can remember the largest city of South Africa, please. You get a few seconds to do that. Your next question is, how many official languages are there in South Africa? So if you can remember, just before we started these questions, I told you about these languages. Are there 9 languages? Are there 10, 11, 12, 13 or more? And also there are some unofficial languages. But the question is, how many official languages are there? So kids, please write down, how many official languages does this country have? Are there 2 languages? Are there 3 languages? Or there are more? If you can also name some of them, that would be great. Your next question is, This mountain is one of the most popular places for tourists in South Africa. Can you name it, please? So it's a mountain which I have probably talked to you about in the previous video. So if you can name it, then that would be great. Please write it down on your notepads. The name of the most popular mountain in the country, which is visited by thousands and thousands of visitors every year. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I hope you have done the other one, the previous question. Now let's move on to the next one, and that is Nelson Mandela spent 18 years imprisoned on this infamous island. Do you know which one it is? Can you please name it? If you know the name of the island where Nelson Mandela spent all his time when he was in prison. So he spent about 18 years on this place, okay? Next, in what year did the country become a republic? Can you remember when did the country gain independence? I did talk about this in the video which was about the country's history and all. Was it in 1910? 1988? 1947? 1901? When was it? Can you remember it? Or was it in 1981? 1961? When was it? Okay, I hope you have written it down. So let's move on to the next question, which is about in what year did the country okay, that's it. In what year South Africa hosted the FIFA World Cup? I just told you about this one few minutes before, if you can remember. South Africa hosted the FIFA World Cup. Do you know when was that? A famous song came out as well at that time, if you can remember. Waka Waka. Shakira sang a song at that time. Can you remember it? What year was it? Okay, your next question is, which are the most popular sports in South Africa? I told you about this one as well a few minutes before. I hope you can remember it. Please write down those popular sports of the country. The next question is, and this is the last question, which country colonized South Africa in the past? This is very, very easy. Please try to write it down. I'm sure you can remember it. Was it Australia? Was it Germany? Was it Canada? Was it Britain? Or Was it Spain? Okay, I hope you have written them down. I hope you have completed all of them. If you have, that's perfect. Now let's move on to the answers. If you have done the right answer, if you have put the right answer on your notepad, then you can have 1 point for each question. If you done any wrong question, then you cannot mark or you cannot give yourself a point. So 1 point if you have the answer right, 0 point if you have the answer wrong. If you have the answer wrong, that means you need to review the video back again. You need to learn about this place again. Okay, let's move on to the answers. Okay, I hope you are ready. Let's start. Okay, so what was the official name of the country? The official name of South Africa is the Republic of South Africa. Okay, I hope you have this one right. Next question. Where is South Africa located? South Africa is located at the south end of Africa. So anyone who got this right can give themselves 1 point. How many capitals does the country have? The country has 3 capital cities: Cape Town, Bloemfontein, and Pretoria. Next, which is the largest city in South Africa? The largest city in South Africa is Johannesburg. And remember I told you about this city before? And the other major cities include Soweto and Durban. Now let's move on to the languages. How many official languages does the country have? So the country has about 11 official languages, including Zulu, Afrikaans, Xhosa, and English. Okay. The next question is, which was the famous or the most popular mountain where thousands of visitors go, thousands of tourists go? So the mountain is called the Table Mountain. Nelson spent 17 years, and what was the island's name? The island's name is Robben Island. The next question is, when did the country become independent or became a republic? The country became republic in 1961, and the date was 31st May when South Africa granted independence. So 31st May 1961. Okay. Your next question is, in 2010 South Africa hosted the FIFA World Cup. So in 2010 when the country hosted the FIFA World Cup. Okay. The country was colonized by Britain. Yes. Okay. I hope you have done them all right. So we had about 10 questions as it's here. So these are the answers. If you haven't got the answers right, then please look here. Then also please try to look at the video. Okay. And that's about it for South Africa. And we have finished. I hope you have gained some more information, some more knowledge about the country. Okay.